Learning a new language is a thrilling adventure. Because of globalization, there is a global demand for skilled foreign language specialists. Although it is usually pleasurable to learn a new language, not all languages are made equal in terms of complexity. A language's difficulty is determined by various factors, including native or related languages, methods, convolutions, interests, and resources. Some languages are difficult to learn, while others are rather straightforward. Learning more about these languages will help you make better educated judgments about learning a new vernacular ability that is valued in academia and the business sector. Regardless, we've compiled a list of the top 10 most difficult languages to learn in the world. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more intriguing videos like this, and be sure to watch this video until the end. Therefore, anytime we upload a new video, you will be notified so that you won't miss out on interesting videos from us. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 10. Czech. It belongs to the Slavic language family, but it does not utilize the Cyrillic alphabet and has very complicated vocabulary. Take a look at its noun case system because there are 7 cases among 4 genders. It can be incredibly difficult to appropriately decline nouns. Czech nouns, for example, have 15 times more possibilities than German nouns. It also features a complicated method of decreasing numerals, with 6 instances for adjectives and 7 cases for pronouns. You must not overlook the irregular verbs and nouns, oh my! Czech pronunciation is challenging due to the way consonants cluster together in words, making it a tough language to learn. It is also considered difficult by many learners to say ra. Number 9. Basque. Basque is a language that is solely spoken in the Basque country. Many people find it difficult to learn because it is an isolated language. Because it is in Europe, it is a language not an Indo-European language. Linguists consider it an old language because of its age. Languages such as Basque are marked different from those spoken now. In contrast to English, Basque modifies not only the conclusion but also the beginning of the verb. The verb additionally indicates the subject and object by using participles and pronouns. The Basque language contains a wealth of information in its nouns, which have 12 cases and several suffixes and prefixes that can alter their meaning. By the way, there are no cognates. Basque also has some easy traits. There are no similarities between it and other languages, as there are with Basque. It is nevertheless less difficult than Korean because it borrows some vocabulary from Romance languages. The way Basque is written and spoken distinguishes it from other languages. To complicate matters further, there are at least 5 separate dialects. Number 8. Persian. Persian, also known as Farsi in Iran, Dari in Afghanistan, and Tajik, has 110 million native speakers. Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. What is the significance of Persian? Persian's Indo-European origins result in some useful cognates in English. Consider the Persian word setare, which means star. Bazaar, confectionery, caravan, checkmate, and kiosk are all Persian words that have made their way into the English language. However, the Persian writing method makes learning the language a challenge. Although the Persian alphabet contains 4 more letters than the Arabic alphabet, it is written from right to left. Although the Persian script is not as difficult as Arabic since it lacks capital letters, it links words together and contains repetitive letters. Finally, Persian grammar might be tough to learn due to the large number of prefixes and suffixes that are added to words. Number 7. Vietnamese. In recent years, Vietnam has become a popular tourist destination with approximately 30% more visitors coming to experience Vietnamese culture. People are quite kind there, and being able to communicate with them in their language will give you a better knowledge of their lovely country. Tonal and textual character distinctions are also significant challenges for non-native speakers. In Vietnamese, for example, each letter is assigned a tonal symbol, with characters simple, like the letter O, having more than 10 variations. Number 6. Korean. Korean is a relatively simple alphabet that does not take long to master, unlike the symbols used in Chinese and Japanese writing systems. You can begin sounding out words quickly. Korean has no link to other languages, making it the strangest and most isolated language. However, this language has several difficulties, such as its alphabet and tricky grammar. This language also has a distinct word order. In other words, Korean is unlike any other language you've ever heard of. In the Korean language, for example, the subject is defined first. followed by the object and finally by the act. Number 5. Russian. Russian is rated a 2 out of 3 by the FSI, which ranks languages based on how long it would take the typical native English speaker to learn them. So it's not as tough as some of the other languages on this list. For example, Russian employs a Cyrillic alphabet comprised of both familiar and strange letters to us. It is also listed as one of the most difficult languages to learn because Russian, like Polish, has several consonants that are bunched together, making spelling and pronunciation difficult. Regardless of how tough it is to learn, Russian may be worth the extra work. It's a language with strong ethical and cultural implications. Number 4. Hungarian. Hungarian grammar is truly quite tough for English speakers to master because of its most difficult rules, with 26 different instances, which makes it one of the most challenging languages to learn. Not only that, but certain important cultural implications make learning in isolation more difficult, which is why the majority of European languages confront this challenge. This language contains cultural characteristics that make it more difficult to learn, particularly for English speakers. It belongs to the same tiny language family as Finnish. Number 3. Japanese. You are aware that Japanese is one of the most difficult languages in the world to learn because it is not an easy chore for English or all speakers. Before mastering this language, there are thousands of characters to learn. Kanji, hiragana, and katakana are 3 writing systems used in Japan. Kanji is a symbol that represents the original Japanese language. These are characters in hiragana for writing the Japanese language's original lexicon. Katakana is used to write words consisting of another language. Meanwhile, to learn this language, you must also grasp Japanese culture. For example, while addressing someone, you must lower your head. Number 2. Arabic. The Arabic language is one of the most widely spoken languages on the planet. Arabic is the language that will provide you with valuable insight into the culture. It is written from left to right. Because of its attractive flowing style, the language, often known as Modern Standard Arabic or Literary Arabic, is readily identifiable in print. Learning the Arabic language isn't the most difficult component of the language. Speaking and writing are. All of the grammatical and descriptive qualities of what one wishes to transmit are determined by the root of 3 fundamental consonants. When we compare Arabic to other languages, we can see that numerous letters are written in a variety of ways, depending on their position in the word, and vowels are not used in writing, making translation problematic. This is the most difficult language for English speakers to learn, since the patterns of speech and letter sounds differ greatly from the English language. Syrians speak Arabic as well. However, their dialect differs from that of Saudi Arabia. It is one of the oldest and most beautiful spoken languages in the world. The Arabic language is quite intriguing in that it has some symbols named Zaire, Zabar, and Paish that are employed in the up and down of letters. When we vary the placement of symbols, the meaning of the word changes completely. As a result, this is one of the most difficult languages to learn. Number 1. Chinese. It is tough for an English speaker to become a master of the Chinese language because it ranks first on the list of the most difficult languages to learn. There are no alphabets in Chinese, only characters exist. It is the most widely spoken language on the planet. English writers find it far more difficult to write in Chinese. Because this language includes 4 tones and each tone has a separate meaning, it is known as a tonal language. To learn this language, you must first understand the culture. If you can speak Chinese, it does not follow that you can also read it. Learning this language is beneficial in business. Which of these languages will you consider learning if interested? Let us know in the comment section below. That's all for today. Thank you for spending some time with us. And if you found this video interesting, make sure to hit the like button, the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel to get access to more interesting videos from us. Till next time.